How are you doing right now in this moment that we're in? We're in the middle of COVID-19 as I record this in April of 2020, and none of us really knows what will happen really from day to day, let alone week to week, month to month, and how long this will last. But one thing is for sure, COVID-19 will change fitness forever. This podcast is here to help you more than to simply develop strategies for marketing and sales that are not pushy and sleazy and salesy and help you develop a life and a business you love. This is really a little bit more about survival and thriving after. If you are a trainer who's decided, yes, I'm staying. Right now, the fitness industry is full of trainers and instructors that are flooding the online space. Becoming an online personal trainer right now seems to be the way to survive. But here's the thing. This podcast is really not to convince you that's what you should do. It's to help you decide if that's what you want to do. And if you want to do that, how to go about it. Trainers that are flooding the online space, just throwing their workouts up, don't necessarily know what they're doing. And everyone is suggesting to them that they should be putting their workouts or their videos online. And maybe you too. No one was prepared for COVID-19. Being an online trainer may feel right now like the perfect solution or the only solution. And yet, becoming an online trainer was a good idea before this pandemic. It wasn't crowded for any individual niche that you might serve. So here's a note. I've been an almost 100% virtual personal trainer and health coach for women in perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, focused on hormone balancing exercise since January 2013. I've coached via Skype and FaceTime and telephone conference lines women in Trinidad and Italy and Australia, the UK, as well as all over the United States. My business model, though, is hybrid, providing live retreats for women, for fitness pros, and live workshops and speaking. The beauty of hybrid is that a trainer isn't defined or limited by circumstance. A hybrid trainer is able to adjust to the needs of the client and provide online, in-person training sessions, programs, nutrition coaching, tele-sessions, and all of it on an as-needed basis. The content gets delivered on the platform that works the best at the moment. You're not limited as a trainer by geography or by technology. So instead of thinking about where you're delivering it, continue to think first and foremost about who you serve and how you serve them. The rest of it is just how it's delivered, what kind of a plate it's delivered on. In 2019, I launched the Flipping 50 Fitness Specialist certificate to provide training for other trainers and to meet the huge demand for 46 million women in menopause, growing by 6,000 every day. As a part of that training, I offer an online Build Your Brand and Business program for trainers and health coaches. Now has never been a better time to, number one, already have leveraged online. 2, create your online strategy. 3, leave random or someday options and commit to a business that is either hybrid or 100% online. For trainers who have an interest in becoming an online trainer, this is the time to pivot right now. For trainers who want to continue doing training in person, this is the time to develop online training tools that support customers and leads. It's the time to develop an online presence, even if by showing up regularly, not necessarily to contribute to the mass of exercise options, but to be there, supporting and creating community. This doesn't mean spending your life on social media, but it means willingness to research what your customer needs right now. What's the biggest problem your customer faces? So if 4 weeks ago that would be weight loss and belly fat, today it is not. She may still be concerned about those things, but right now she's concerned about she's not sleeping, she's eating, she might gain 15 pounds if this whole thing lasts very long, and she's worried about her immune system. Those are the things to focus on right now. Now is the time to plan. Create a strategy that's informed from homework about the clients you want to target. Don't guess and don't assume that you know what they want and need. If you currently have been serving clients face to face in a wide array of ranges, conditions, goals, that won't equate to an easy target online. You need to focus on 1, who you want to serve. Number 2, who you need to be. Number 3, how you help them. And number 4, what's unique about you and about them. Before you try to add quote unquote online trainer to your website or social media bio, spend some time really focusing on the business plan and the model you're going to implement. Here's the process. Becoming an online trainer will all but guarantee that you become a better trainer overall. You're going to learn how to market and to promote and serve your customers in a way that boosts your value. I mean, here's the example, right? You're no longer that trainer who's downtown or across the street, across town. That is a given for somebody geographically. Now you're online, but everybody, the world is online. So you've got to be good. You've got to have great copy. You've got to have the words present that you want present, and you have to avoid the words you don't want there. What are we and aren't we talking about here? I'm not just talking about delivery of your services via teleconferences or Skype or FaceTime. That virtual training simply changes where you are and may increase the convenience of the delivery for you or for your client, but it's still an hour for $1 method of training. You hit a limit to the number of hours you have to train. So does it offer a little more freedom than face-to-face? I was sure, right? But it may actually end up being less than the amount of your revenue you would otherwise make. I mean, will clients pay the same to see you on Skype as they do to have you come to them or meet you at a club? You have to be in a quiet place with a controlled environment. Your kids can't be coming in and out of the room. Without celebrity status or a best-selling book, your clients may not want to pay you as much for this service. So back to that. More clients paying less money, unless you're talking a lot more clients with, say, an online boot camp, you're doing, live is not an optimal model. So will virtual sessions now help you recover income otherwise lost? Probably yes. You can conduct Skype, Zoom, or FaceTime sessions with your clients scheduled just like any other sessions, unless your business model is just stuck and you refuse to pivot quickly and you figure it out. There is a way. Most of the time, the greatest learning and fastest forward progress happens because it's needed and it's necessary, not because you're ready. Why is online training and coaching so beneficial? Number 1, there's no income ceiling if you strategically create your programs. So I know I just mentioned it's, if you're having a coaching session at 1 o'clock and then at 2 o'clock, that's just exchanging $1 per hour, but there are other ways. It also offers you a way to make passive income if you are sick or you're on vacation. Heaven forbid. If you can train anyone from anywhere, anytime. You can have as much hands-on or do-it-yourself as clients prefer and as you build. Accountability, though, is still the key. Customer service between sessions is still an all-important part of your value. Clients who need accountability, which is about 98% of humans, need your personal touch. You have to still show up. You need to coach them, have check-ins, have Q&A sessions, and in some way be there for them so that they do what is available to them. Online training revenue streams that are beyond your old one-to-one model. So don't just think, okay, I used to go train them at a club or at their house. Now I'm just going to turn on Skype and train them. There's more than that. So you could create online education courses. You can create online exercise courses where they actually tune in, but you're not there. Online group live streaming classes. Just a couple of ideas, right? What doesn't change? You still have to choose a niche. You can't serve everybody. If you're still marketing mass boot camps for all ages and men and women without pre-qualifications and specific outcomes, you'll fail. Going broad like this in the future will guarantee your failure. Can you imagine right now? Imagine people wanting to be in large groups where they share battle ropes and TRX and dumbbells and mats while they're sweaty. The overwhelm of prospective clients is real right now, and 4 weeks ago, and probably 4 weeks from now. That's not going to change. They can't distinguish between one program or trainer and another. So if you're a so-so trainer, that's good. If you're a really highly skilled expert trainer with a special niche, that's bad. Say a 60-something woman. She may think her daughter, who just graduated from college with a degree that she paid for, can help her because, after all, she's just a beginner and she needs basics. Never mind the osteoporosis, the arthritis, the hip bursitis, and the rotator cuff issues she has. Unless you clearly distinguish yourself and create a message that a customer gets at hello, you'll be lost in a sea of trainers scrambling right now to get an online presence. What are some examples of online fitness service options? There's private, personalized programs that are one-to-one. That's the just deliver it on Skype or FaceTime. There's non-personal, written programs, like you sit down in an office by yourself and write a program for a specific client. But once it's done, any client who's similar to that can use it. That might be PDFs or that famous ebook. Maybe it's in video format. Then there's the non-personal video fitness programs. So literally taking them from workout to workout to workout. Hybrid online and inline or in-person programs. So you have a little bit of both, some of those that I just described. There's live video workouts online. So literally you have to show up, but if it's you to many, that's a big difference. So you can stream that to anyone in the world. You can go at different time zones in order to accommodate different people. You can do live online group training. And that could be canned, meaning it's a program already out there, or you showing up. There's so many options. What are examples of information products that you can add to your core services? So say you're a trainer primarily working and focusing on exercise and the needs of the physical body. Well, usually somebody has nutrition questions, right? So a nutrition program is a given. Other things that would go with your program might be stretching specific sessions or a stretching specific package. Golf and ski conditioning. Those are just two examples. Any sport could fit in here. You could do yoga or Pilates, for that matter, for bikers or runners, or hands-free. So meaning yoga hands-free, somebody can't put weight on their shoulders. How can you just create a workout that doesn't stress shoulders? Yoga for osteoporosis. Just again, examples to get your wheels turning. Membership models. Once you've begun and you learn what's working, a membership model with a subscription is probably the way of the future for many. And though we don't know exactly what will happen past COVID-19, we do know that things will change. Health is important more than ever. Quality will have more value than ever. There's software, there's course building or WordPress. What do you use, right? So there's lots of options, but here's where I encourage you not to get stuck in the weeds. Think about what you want and what your customer wants and needs. Plan it. Strategize that first before you develop the answers to how do I do that. because someone else knows the answer to that if you don't. You can use trainer-specific software that's already been built. You'll need to fit into the model that exists and the options that are available when you're using those kinds of cases. You can also use other course-building sites like Thinkific and Teachable and Kajabi. People from all industries use those kinds of software courses to just kind of cut and paste and drag their programs on. You can also build a membership site. So you have a WordPress website, and you can use a membership plugin within it. Tools like Memberium and then LearnDash to create a course experience will work. Before you go shopping for the options to build something, lay out your plans so you can create the customer experience. Once you do that, you'll best be able to choose the products that you can use to create it, or lean on someone else to tell you which product would be best. The biggest mistake, trainers tell me, I know I have to get my website up. If you too are saying this before you even know who your target customer is, creating a website, putting it up without knowing that would be a bigger mistake than not having a website. Whether you deliver in-person personal training or online personal training, this is the absolute most important and often skipped part of every struggling fitness business, especially now. Any fitness business can have a certain level of success due to novelty or newness or the vast offerings, or at least could at one time. You've got to find a niche and serve it. Today, customers who are more overwhelmed by facilities and amenities that they don't use are less likely to go to a big umbrella gym. The bigger it is and the less time a customer has, the mere walk to the locker room and back to find a classroom is time inconvenience. An older adult who has to climb the stairs or even use the elevator, even though that's an advantage, to reach the track or exercise bike may decide it's just all too much and overwhelming if those are the only things they really want to use. So your specialization and your specific message are more appealing than ever. Define your target market. Learn what options already exist for them. Identify a gap and determine if there's a great enough demand. Decide the model you want and then plan the customer journey before you shop for how to put it together. You want to create the ideal program and offer it in your head and on paper before you ever start a website, membership area, or start creating videos. When you're ready, here are your steps. Identify your ideal customer before anything else. Begin attracting the right person who has a problem and they're actively seeking solutions and has urgency around it, willing to invest in it. Spend the most time developing this ideal customer persona so you can evaluate how many customers fit this niche and the 4 criteria that make your niche a wise one. Learn how to create rapport with anyone. You can do this in your emails, on your website, on the phone, and in person, so you can put them at ease and learn what they want. There are words you want to avoid, and there are words you want to use and a right time to use them. And number 3 is generate leads that grow your business. You want to learn the marketing tools that work right now. You want to create leads that grow your email list every day automatically. Number 4 is create offers. You have to learn how to create offers that convert customers and that position you as a trainer of value, not a trainer of discount. There are 16 parts to making an irresistible offer. You don't have to use every single one of them, but if you stack many of them, more people will buy at the time that you're offering it. And last but not least, in fact, most important is client care. You want to learn how in-person, online, and hybrid trainers win the loyalty of the clients with the best follow-up, accountability, and customer love strategies. A small percent of people have any brand loyalty, and 50% of your customers switch due to poor customer service. The good news is 93% of customers will make a repeat purchase when there's excellent customer service. Your job is just to figure out for your customer what qualifies as excellent customer service. So there you have it. Some things to consider. And as I come back to, is becoming an online trainer the best next step for you? Because fitness and health will become even more important in the future than they have been. Right now, people are paying attention. They're not just interested. They're not on the fringe. They know they need to be. But how do you get to them? How do you deliver to them? Don't sit back and wait, because right now, if you want to thrive in the future, you are in action. You're getting started. You're identifying the niche. You're creating something for them right now that will start bringing them to you by serving them well. Even if the moment we're in doesn't look like the one we'll be in 6 months or a year from now, you have to start now. Be in action, and that will also help you feel better, feel more in control, less anxious about your future because you've got purpose. Reach out to me if you're ready for some help. You want to have a breakthrough session and talk about what is your niche, what are the steps that you're going to take to serve them, and what you can be doing proactively right now to invest in yourself and invest in your future and ability to thrive as a personal trainer going forward after COVID-19.